News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, a school issues a response following a police raid, and Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza is getting ready to host Breakfast with Santa. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And an Amargosa school responds to serious allegations. It's Wednesday, December 4th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. We'll Never Give Up Academy has sent a written response to the raid by the Nye County Sheriff's Office that occurred on December 2nd and resulted in one arrest for obstruction. The investigation into the school follows reports of physical and sexual abuse, according to the Nye County Sheriff's Office press release. Never Give Up says that they are deeply concerned and frustrated with events that took place at their Youth Healing Center as a result of the Nye County Sheriff's Office execution of the search warrant. While their highest priority, they say, is the safety and well-being of their residents, they are not immune to allegations of wrongdoing as are made against any other youth psychiatric facility. As required by law, they say they investigate all allegations and report as necessary to the appropriate local and state agencies. They add that Never Give Up has always complied with its reporting requirements and has gone to great lengths to ensure transparency and cooperation with local and state authorities. Unfortunately, they say the manner in which the Nye County Sheriff's Office carried out its investigation unacceptably endangered the safety of their residents. They believe their presence in the former location of a facility, meaning Northwest Academy, which is notorious, they say, for its quality of care issues and lends instant credibility to any allegation against them, even before an investigation has begun. As a result, they think deputies took unnecessary restrictive measures and caused great upheaval within their facility and distress to their residents. Although they say that this appears to be due to a miscommunication within the Sheriff's Office, Never Give Up staff were threatened and physically prevented from providing necessary treatment, medication, security, and comfort to the residents during the nearly 12-hour-long search. They say that they have cooperated with authorities and will continue to do so, but they object to the Sheriff's Office characterization on social media of this open and possibly flawed investigation as proof of culpability. Since taking over operations earlier this year, Never Give Up has provided desperately needed behavioral and mental health services to hundreds of Nevada's most complex and fragile youth. They say that they have made some amazing success stories and are proud of the passion and dedication that each of their team members shows to young people and families who come to them in their time of need. Well, speaking of the Sheriff's Office, they issued a video in an attempt to curb aggressive driving.
A study found that 80% of drivers have acted aggressively at least once in the past year. Authorities say 2/3 of all traffic fatalities are caused by aggressive driving, and over a 7-year period studied, 218 murders and 12,610 injuries were attributed to aggressive driving. In an effort to reduce those numbers, the Sheriff's Office is reminding drivers to relax and slow down. Anyone that exhibits the following tendencies would most likely be considered an aggressive driver. This includes regularly driving over the speed limit, rushing to beat red lights, tailgating and flashing your headlights at a car ahead of you that you believe to be going too slowly, honking your horn frequently, and using obscene gestures toward other drivers. Authorities say if you find that you've agitated another driver, whether the fault is truly yours or not, do not react or retaliate to the other driver. This will only escalate, and that can create a dangerous situation for you and others around you. The Nye County Sheriff's Office is committed to the safety of everyone in our community, and they remind us all to drive safely. For News 25, I'm Brad Francis.
Thanks, Brad. More news right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, threats of more tariffs are affecting the stock market. Angela Miles reports.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, President Trump is giving the stock market a case of the jitters. The major averages fell Tuesday and bonds tumbled after the president told reporters while attending NATO in London that a trade deal with China might have to wait until after the 2020 presidential election. Despite the threat of tariffs, holiday shoppers are out in full force scooping up deals. According to the National Retail Federation, 190 million consumers shopped between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. That's up 14% from a year ago. On average, shoppers spent $361, which is 16% more than last year. Half of those items were purchased online, the other half from brick-and-mortar stores.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, in today's court report, Unette tells us about a man who has been found guilty of animal abuse and his attempt to have the court reconsider his case.
In this week's court report, Yu Mei Fu is in custody, $21,000 cash or bond, as one of two suspects arrested in connection to a marijuana grow house that was discovered after a structure fire on Blosser Ranch Road. Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to the property and were told by Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue that two men were claiming to be workers. And police say both of those men fled on foot. Fu was arrested along with Long Ming Cao, who does not speak English, so officers say they used nonverbal cues to confirm that Cao lives at the residence. Officers say they discovered 300 to 400 mature suspected marijuana plants in almost every room of the residence, and a combined total of more than 2,200 marijuana plants. After obtaining a search warrant, officers also found used plant containers, fertilizer, chemicals, and other items used to maintain a marijuana grow house. Additionally, after a records check of a vehicle with California plates, Fu was discovered as one of the vehicle's owners and was later located in a parking lot at the Panda Express on Highway 160, then arrested after a canine officer conducted an outer sniff and gave a positive indication on the vehicle. In Justice Court, Fu is facing the charges of opening or maintaining a place for unlawful sale, gift, or use of a controlled substance, unlawful to produce or possess marijuana, and conspiracy to violate the Uniform Controlled Substance Act, first offense. During Fu's formal arraignment, the defendant was advised of his rights, the charges against him, and procedures. Attorney Nathan Gent was previously appointed to represent the defendant. Attorney Gent motioned for an OR release and inquired if there was any immigration hold. The court confirmed that there is an immigration hold for the defendant. Attorney Gent then withdrew his motion for an OR release and invoked the defendant's right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 15 days or as soon as the court calendar allows. So the court set Fu's prelim for December 12th, and we will continue to follow this case. And also in court, Gregory Krikorian is denied this Monday for his motion for reconsideration that was filed after Krikorian was sentenced to 12 to 30 months on both counts after he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of animal cruelty, a Category D felony. Krikorian must also pay a total of $578 in fines and fees, along with $450 in restitution to parole and probation. That is due at the end of December. This case stemmed from abuse through the neglect of numerous cats, many of whom starved to death. Regarding cases like this, District Attorney Chris Arabia says cats and dogs deserve justice, and these cases reflect our belief that this kind of behavior should be punished harshly. This has been your court report. I'm Unette Gentry for News 25.
Thanks, Jeanette. Well, the Department of Public Safety says that they received some good response for open positions for officers within our state.
It's called Recruit Nevada. Serve your state, serve your community. And the statewide campaign is an effort to provide law enforcement career opportunities for individuals to be able to not only serve the state of Nevada, but also the community they live in. Interested candidates must complete a 3-phase process in order to qualify to continue in the hiring process. That includes a physical fitness test, like this one at an event in Las Vegas, a written examination, and an interview. The Department of Public Safety hopes to use these hiring events to fill positions with the Highway Patrol, Parole and Probation, and Capitol Police Divisions. If you're interested in joining one of these law enforcement agencies, there are plenty of opportunities next year. Here's a look at the schedule. Notably, the first stop in 2020 is Pahrump on January 25th, with a location to be announced. Recruit Nevada will also stop in Tonopah in April. If you plan to attend one of the hiring events, you'll want to be prepared, and the best way to do that is to visit NevadaDPScareers.com. That's where you'll find everything you need to know, including the latest list of locations and the qualifications for the fitness test. You can even reserve a spot online, though walk-ins are welcome. For News 25, I'm Brad Francis.
All right. Well, if you're looking for some holiday music, we're going to tell you how you can get some from a local artist right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, former Nye County Commissioner Dan Shinhoffen has some songs released in time for the holidays. We caught up with him in our studio. I'm here with Dan Shinhoffen. All right, tell me about your new songs. You released some new ones.
Well, yeah, I've been working on a bunch lately, and that's all I've been doing. Kind of trying hard to retire and finally back to what I've wanted to do my whole life, is just write and record. So the ones that are out currently, Hard Dozen Blues is a Christmas song. It's a blues Christmas song. Last Christmas I felt like writing one, and that's what came out. And the other single that's out is A Taste of Freedom, which is a patriotic song. It's kind of in a country vein. The album I have coming out, should be out in a couple weeks, is The Tree of Life, and it has 10 original songs, and there's blues, country, rock, something that can't be categorized, ballads, because I'm eclectic. I can't be nailed down to one category. These I may not have discs. It seems the music industry has changed the last 30 years I've been out of it, and everything is downloaded now. So if your favorite downloading place, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, there's so many of them I don't know what they're called. You can download them off there, or you can just listen to them on those stations, you know, Amazon Music or whatever. They're all available. There's 2 albums out right now. One was, I gathered a whole bunch of old recordings from the 80s when I was with the church group, and it's called Family, Faith, and Friends, and it's out, and they're old recordings. So I'm not really thrilled with the production values. And then I did one here, which was nice. I enjoyed it at the time, and it's called My Heart to You. And they're all original songs, they're all my own. And then this new one that's coming out is The Tree of Life. The Tree of Life, let me say it better. And it just is real eclectic. There's a couple of political songs on it. There's one that's coming out that's called Suck It Up, Buttercup, which is about everybody being so touchy about anything you say, you know. We were once the land of the brave, and now we're afraid of what people might say. That's one of the lyrics. So it's, the album itself is just about life, all sorts of love, hate, and they kind of go hand in hand, I guess. Search for Dan Shinhoffen. If you just want to hear the Christmas song, look up Hard Dozen Blues. It's kind of a take on the 12 Days of Christmas, but it is not your grandmother's 12 Days of Christmas. It's just a blues version.
Spell your name for all of our radio listeners.
Yeah, that's the problem here. Took me to the 3rd grade before I could spell it. Schinhofen, Schinhofen, Dan Schinhofen. So look me up, please, and then let me know what you think. I'd appreciate any comments.
Thanks so much, Dan.
Thank you.
Well, let's go to Darby, who has a beautiful dog available with her right now at Desert Haven.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Rain. Rainer is an older adult male. He is a Shar-Pei mix. He's all brown. He is a sweetheart. He has a very, very loving personality. He came out here, he started giving all of us affection. Super sweet boy, and he is available for the senior to senior program. So a senior over the age of 55 can come in and adopt Rain completely free of charge. He's also available for veterans in our town. Veterans do also get free adoption fees. So come on down and see Rain and all of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society. They're on Sierra Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call at 775-751-7020. You can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society or go online to deserthavenas.org.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's see what it looked like earlier today. I know that we had some wild weather out there. It still looks like it's continuing. We're going to find out about our weather forecast right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 52 degrees, the low of 45. Death Valley at 56, their low at 50 degrees. 48, 42 in Amargosa. 46, the low of 37 in Beatty. Now Goldfield and Tonopah both with the same temperatures at the high of 37 degrees, a low of 26. Fallon at 35, their low at 27 degrees. Carson City and Fernley both with a high of 37 degrees. 30 for the low in Carson City and 27 for the low up in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw some rainy skies. Our high today was just 49 degrees, winds coming out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour. 88% for our humidity, and our sunrise at 6:38 this morning. Now for tonight, we're going to be seeing some rain all into the early evening and to the early night, but we are expected to clear up as the night goes on. Our low tonight is going to be 43 degrees. It's currently 49 outside right now. Winds coming out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour, our humidity at 85%, and our sunset at 4:28 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we are expecting to be done with that rain. However, those clouds are going to hang out all through the week. We are expecting to get a break on Monday with some nice sunny skies, and those clouds are going to just return once again on Tuesday. Now looking at our temperatures, on Thursday, we're going to be seeing a high of 55 degrees, jump up to 60 on Friday and Saturday, back down to 57 on Sunday and Monday, and then highs at 53 and 56 degrees next Tuesday and Wednesday. Now looking at our overnights, on Thursday, we're going to be seeing a low of 39 degrees, up to 45 on Friday and Saturday, down again to 36 on Sunday, and then we're just going to be hanging out in those mid to low 30s from Monday through Wednesday, around 33 to 36 degrees on the beginning of next week. So now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio 103.1 FM. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.